Okay, the recording is in progress. Bine ați venit
Mulțumesc.
la lecția recapitulativă at our review class pentru nivelul 5 for level 5. And oh, here is Ioana. Okay, so basically the point of today is to quickly go through all the themes that we touched in Unit 5, and there are lots of them. So let's see how that goes. How do you feel about this, Katie?
Dreading it.
I'm happy you're at home.
Yes, I'm here today. I was off today, so.
Yana, are you with us? Yana is hiding somewhere. Okay.
Claudia, will you post lesson 11?
Yes, I will. I just want to edit out the embarrassing part, so. Let's see when I have time for that. Oh, here is Yeva. Bună, Yeva. Ooh, nice hair, so much volume. I don't think she heard me. She's just connecting to audio.
Yeah. No, unfortunately, Claudia, I'm going to miss the test because I have to be out of Bucharest for the rest of the week. So
I can give you the test earlier if you want.
No, I mean, you can send it to me and I'll do it. But I mean, I won't take part on the. I'll just be late. I'll just do it sort of afterwards, so I won't be able to take part in the.
Because that way you can take part in the contest if you take it earlier, but not if you take it later.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine, Claudia. I mean, I'm happy just to take it sort of like when I can. And
okay.
Then,
good. Eva, nice hair.
Thanks. Yeah, you got a Dyson hair dryer.
No, actually, I didn't have time at the morning, so I had to like wash my hair at the lunchtime. So I think that's why I didn't have time to blow dry it anyways. Like, you know, that's a messy hair day.
It looks very nice.
It looks very nice.
Yeah.
So, dear people, welcome and let's start. I will take maximum 1 hour and a half, though hopefully I won't have to keep you here for so long. If I take too long with something, let me know, ring a bell or something, wake me up. Just say, let's move on. Because otherwise we could be here forever. So what are the main themes that we did in Unit 5? So we started with, do you remember?
Lots of food.
Yes, foods. So we did like drinks. How do you say that?
Băuturi.
Băuturi. And then fruit and vegetables, which is what?
Fructe și legume.
Fructe și legume. And we also had like cooked meals. Do you have some examples? Ce mănâncă oamenii în România? What do people eat in Romania?
Sarmale.
Oh.
Sarmale. Typical.
Ciorba.
Mamaligă.
Ciorba, mamaligă. Okay. Plăcinte.
Cu brânză.
Brânză, da.
Papanaș.
Papanaș. That sounds a bit like your name, Michele. Breakfast. How do you say breakfast?
Micul dejun.
Micul dejun. By the way, how do you say lunch?
Prânz.
Lunch. Prânzul. Yeah, dinner.
Cina.
I heard that in England you call it tea.
In Northern England.
Okay.
Some people in England call it tea, yes.
Tina.
coming from Yorkshire, we would call it tea.
Okay,
And we have dinner at lunchtime.
that's so confusing.
It's true though.
But you
You're
still know
so
what I mean when I say
Coming where I come from, it's lunch and dinner.
Americans, no.
Just in the north. In the north of England, dinner is lunch and tea is dinner.
And we had containers. And I don't know how to call them, like a bunch of grapes and a head of garlic.
I suppose quantities of vegetables or fruits, I guess.
Yes. Quantifiers. Something like that. Okay, so let's quickly go through some of these. So how do you call some of the most common drinks in Romanian? David, ție ce îți place? Ce băuturi îți plac? Ce băuturi îți plac?
Mie mi plac vin, puțin bere,
Vinul,
puțin bere,
berea.
berea și vodka.
Oh, și vodka.
Only the hard stuff.
Mie nu-mi place vodka.
Rachiu.
Rachiul.
Rachiu. I
Not like
plac
Bulgarian.
rachiu. I plac rachiu.
Rachiul.
Rachiul. Rachiul. Rachiul.
Okay, but the Romanian version is țuica.
Țuica.
Michele, ție ce fructe și legume îți plac?
Mi place strugurele.
Îi plac, îmi plac. If you're going to talk about more things, then you need to use the plural, plac.
The plural, okay. Yeah. So mi plac strugurile.
It's masculine.
Okay, struguri. You already wrote it. Struguri și my head is empty. Struguri și capciuni.
Yeah, some people call căpșuni, others say căpșunile.
Okay.
In my family, strawberries were always masculine, and in other people's families, they're feminine. I don't know why, but the official version is the feminine one.
Și cireje.
Cireșele.
Cireșele. Sau caisele.
Și ce legume îți plac?
Legumele sunt
Katie, ție ce legume îți plac?
Da, mulțumesc.
Îmi plac morcov, și can I say kartoffel? The vegetables, aren't they?
Oh, whatever. You can even say tomatoes, but they're fruit, so who cares?
Da, și roșii.
Roșile.
Roșile, okay.
Yeah. So one of the most important things is the definite article. Ioana, ție ce mâncăruri îți plac? Let's put it. Ce mâncăruri gătite, cooked foods.
Gătite. Îmi plac pastele.
Yes.
Yeah. Pastele.
Ioana likes pasta.
Yeah.
How would you put it? How would somebody else talk about you? So, Eva, how do you say Ioana likes pasta?
Ioanei îi plac
Da, pastele.
pastele.
Și ce îți mai place, Ioana?
She cooked food. Okay. I don't know. How do you say jack potato? Cartofi in.
You know what I heard? I heard something like jack pudding.
Yeah, jack potatoes. It's like
Jacket potato.
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 Ah, you mean like they're not
Like a baked
peeled and you
potato.
put them in the oven.
yeah, you put them in the oven with cheese and maybe baked beans or something.
Oh, I think it would be just a
Cartofi con brânză, for example.
Cocktail.
so cooked means baked
Okay.
cu brânză. Da, foarte bun.
Cu brânză.
Altceva? Anything else?
Cooked food. Okay. Nothing comes in mind.
Okay.
Pizza.
Pizza, yeah.
Da. Și pizza.
Pizza. Thank you.
An exception when it comes to the definite article, because normally when you have a feminine noun that ends in a, such as cafea, and you need to put a definite article on it, you get cafeaua or macaraua. But with pizza, you can say pizzaua because it sounds hilarious. You just say pizza, and it's both with and without the definite article. That's how it works.
Because it's also is that also because it's a recently new word, new foreign imported word?
Yeah, probably. Or maybe just because it would sound too weird. I don't know. Some words sound stranger than others.
Cafe hour sounds weird, so.
Well, we're so used to it, it sounds natural already. Eva, ție ce îți place la micul dejun?
La micul dejun îmi plac
How do you say to Eva? Eva likes.
Evei. Iaurt cu musli, banana, multă cafea sau și omlet. Cum să zic?
Omleta.
Omleta. Sau gofres.
How do you spell that? Like this?
I'm not sure. I'm trying to make it out of Spanish words. I'm not sure.
Belgian, there, I solved the issue. Belgian pancakes.
Okay.
Bun. I don't know if they really qualify as pancakes, but that's the closest thing.
Don't you have it like waffles?
Wafe, but no, if you say wafe in Romanian, as far as I know, that's the foil that you use for Napolitane. How do you call those? It's a type of sweets, but they're crunchy. And they come packed, so you don't really make them at home.
Like a wrapper.
Yeah. Michele, do you know what Napolitane
Yes,
are?
they are called Napolitaine. We use the French word.
Okay, that's funny because you should have a word like if they really are from Napoli, right?
Yes, we call them Napolitane.
So they have some thin layers that are crunchy, and in between you have some filling, and they're usually like in squares or in rectangles, and they come in
okay, so we call it so we call it a Napoleon cake as well.
Okay. Yeah, those are Napolitane. Oh, funny, I didn't even think of including this word. So, o napolitana, două napolitane. Can you say that again, David?
Oh, Napoleon cake,
How do I spell it?
like Napoleon, as in Napoleon Bonaparte.
Really?
Bonaparte, yes.
But isn't that different from Napolitana?
It is, but that's what it's, you know, what you expect from the British, for heaven's sake.
Oh, because we also have like this Napoleon cake exactly from the French, you know, Bonaparte.
What
But
is
it's
the
different
second
thing.
word? What is the second word? Napoleon what? Cake.
Cake.
Oh, cake. Are you sure that's what it is? Because
I've never heard of it, but
Napoleon cake.
they're
is
like a wafer biscuit, no?
yes. That's-
Ah, okay, now I know what it is.
Like a wafer with
Yeah.
one F, F-E-R. Yeah. Like a
Isn't that
wafer.
Russian?
Like this?
I just checked
Yeah.
it. It reminds me of the Russian confection.
Okay, I don't know how you call it.
I would call it a wafer.
Okay, a wave. Bine. Eva, what do grapes come in?
What? Excuse me?
What do grapes come in? So, blah, 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 de struguri.
Wait,
Bunch of grapes. What? In the meantime, I'll give you more to think about.
I have only checkers on my mind. I cannot get past Latvian word for this one. I'm sorry.
Yorkina?
Smokina, that is
No,
raisin.
Yorkina, no?
Ciorchine, yes. Yes, ciorchine. Un ciorchine de struguri. That's a bunch of grapes.
What do you call a bunch of bananas? The same? Ciorchina de banana.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Un ciorchine de banana. Or
un
maybe
cartel.
like a tura. I think you'd call it ciorchine. Yes, un cățel. Un cățel, a puppy of garlic. How do you call it? That little piece of garlic.
Clove.
Yes, thank you. And de flori.
Un bouquet?
What? Wait, I was thinking of something else. Bouquet. Yes, un bouquet de flori. Am I spelling it correctly? It's a French word in English.
It is, but we would say a bouquet of flowers.
Okay, so for this one, please visit Kahoot and Quizlet. Okay, to rehearse these, because I'm not going to go through all of these because there are a lot. And yeah, you will be expected to know this vocabulary.
Are the Kahoots permanently live, Claudia?
No, the Kahoots, because I don't have their ultimate subscription, which is outrageous in price. I have to renew it every, I don't know, a few weeks.
Okay,
So if something isn't valid anymore, just write me a message and I will renew it.
perfect.
All right. Now, do you remember the definite articles? That's our next theme. Articolele definite. So what is the definite article in English?
The.
Yes, so English, it's just the, and that's it. In Romanian, well, it's a long story. So let's take them by gender then. So how about masculine nouns? How would you put masculine nouns in their definite form?
So for anything except an E, we add ul.
Yes, UL. And if it ends in E,
We add le on the end.
le. Yes. How about the plurals?
Double I.
Yes, but it's basically just one I because the first one comes from the plural form. Yeah, and you also have this le. Right, I think. No. Yes, not really. But yeah, you might have sometimes, but it's very rare. I wouldn't even write it here because it's too rare. Okay, so basically what you can remember from here is that if it's a masculine noun, the most common definite article is in ul unless it ends in e, in which case the definite article will be le, and in the plural, it's an extra I. Okay. Let's take some examples. So, what is the masculine noun that you know?
Kartoff.
Hmm?
Kartoff.
Yes, un kartoff, and 2 potatoes is
Kartoff.
Doi. Kartoff.
kartoff. Un kartoff, doi kartoff. Do you hear the difference? Kartoff, kartoff. It's very subtle. And now the definite articles are
Kartoffel.
mhm,
Kartoffi.
mhm. So another thing that you can remember that's going to make your life easier is that if you need to put a definite article in a plural, you take the normal plural form and then just add the definite article on top. Yeah, so you don't need to think about the singular. Okay, feminine nouns. What are the feminine definite articles for singulars?
Kaffee.
Sorry?
Oh, kaffee.
Oh,
Yes, but
mean
all of them is a
endings, yeah.
coffee. It's not the coffee. So what is a definite article?
So a becomes a.
A becomes a.
Well,
Becomes
me.
a.
Yes. So you take the hat off.
Take the hat off.
Take the hat off.
It's a beret.
Remember this one. So if it ends in a, then it's going to be a. And if it ends in a, then it's going to be what?
Wa.
Wa.
What?
Yeah. And if it ends in e,
le.
no.
Ah.
And it's just going to be air.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you add an a.
Claudia, sorry, I'm just looking for the like Ungatzel, destroy, and I cannot find it in either Quizlet or Kahoot.
Yeah, well, you can write me afterwards because it should be on the group. It should be on the group in one of the previous lessons under, how do you call it? Not units, but how do you
Guides.
call it?
Quantities.
Guides. Yeah. So in one of the guides.
I think the guides are in. I think the guides are in 3 and 4. Joanna.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
I'll find it.
talk about it right now.
Okay.
If it ends in ie, then what is the ending?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so now the A is replaced with a. All right. How about the plurals?
Becomes le.
It's just le for everyone in feminine plural. So give me a feminine noun.
Kafja.
O café. Două.
Pele.
Cafele.
Cafele. And now the definite articles are.
Cafea
Mhm,
That one.
and cafelele.
mhm. Yeah, so what I did here just added a le at the end of cafele. So now it's cafelele. Okay. And the neuter nouns.
They behave in singular like masculines, and in plurals like feminines.
Yep.
So they're not neutral at all.
They are transgender. It's more modern.
They're more like
They
sorry,
swing
my
from
memory's
side to
everything.
side.
How do you call that person
they are
that's a combination of both genders?
Bisexual.
Twitter.
They're bisexual, basically.
No, that's sexual orientation.
Yeah. They are Twitters.
My brain isn't functioning today. I'm sorry.
German, you say Twitter.
A what? A Twitter?
Yeah, in German you call them Twitter. Twitter.
Hermaphrodites. Am I
Hermaphrodite.
Hermaphrodite.
No.
No, hermaphrodite is more
Both
of
sexes.
medical. Like you have both. Let's say
that's what
a
Claudia
male
was
and
looking
female genitalia. So it's not.
Yeah.
That's what Claudia was looking for.
Nouns. They're both masculine and feminine at the same time.
But I think that neuters are pansexual because they are either single, they are male and female at the same time. They can switch. No, they are not at the same time. They can switch. That's what neuters do.
Indecisive, you know.
Yes, they are pansexual.
I think there are some animals who can.
Nice one, Mihaela.
Some breeds of fish. There are some fish that can switch genders, but I don't know what the scientific term that is.
Snakes do that too, because it's difficult to find. I mean, they are happy to find one of them, you know.
Oh my goodness, Michele. Okay.
It's a good job this video is not public.
No,
Yes,
snails, not
this
snakes.
video
Sorry,
is going to be
snails.
public, people. So.
We are just looking for the right word. Sorry, this is not just a discussion
Michele,
about.
gives me a neuter noun now.
Vin.
Yes. Vin, and the plural is
Vinur.
the vino. Yes, a wine to wines. And now the definite articles.
Vinur.
Vinur. Wait, what? We have vinur is wines. It's the plural. Vinul.
Yeah.
And
Vinurile.
vinurile. That's it. Okay, is this clear for everyone? Good. What else can you say? You know, even if it's not.
Katie, what did I do to make you laugh?
Well, just you said, is everything clear? And I could see your face.
Turn off your camera before you answer.
It's because I'm not in a good shape today. I suffer from the weather, from the thing going through the air. I don't know how we say it in English.
The atmospheric pressure change.
Yeah, the pole. Yes.
The pressure change.
Okay, next topic. the real quantifiers, not cățel and buchet and so on. So how do you say how much? How much? Whatever.
Cât.
Nope.
Cât.
Cât means how many?
Cât.
Cât. Yeah, so this is very important, and I really want you to remember this stuff. It's super important, very, very common. So you're gonna come across it a lot. And in feminine, how do you ask how much?
Câte.
Câte. And how can you answer much?
Mult.
Mult, and in feminine,
Mult.
multa.
Multa.
And if it's not so much, if it's little,
Puțin. Puțină.
puțin, puțină. There you go. How do you say how many?
Cât.
Câtă.
So,
Câte.
câți. Yes, that's correct. That's in masculine. And câte. Yeah, with a Watch out, these all have u's, yeah? Cât, câtă, câți, câte.
Leave the hat on.
Please leave the hat on. You can leave it on. And then how do you say many?
Mulți.
Mulți. That's in masculine, and in feminine,
Multe.
multe. And then few.
Puțin.
And
Puțină.
puține. Not pici. Okay, so here we always have a ts. Otherwise, it can be confused with the Russian president, and we don't want any trouble. Okay. Always remember the diacritics for this stuff. So when I talk about potatoes, presuming I'm going to have a conversation about potatoes, how would you ask me how many potatoes?
Câți cartofi?
How many potatoes do you eat?
Mănânci.
How do you say, I don't eat a lot of potatoes?
Nu mănânc mulți cartofi.
How about how much coffee do you drink? How would you ask that?
Câte cafea.
So what is the word here? What is the last letter that I should use?
Câte.
The cafea, and you drink?
Bei.
Bei. Katie, tu câtă cafea bei?
Nu beau multă cafea.
Nu bei multă cafea. Nici eu nu beau multă cafea. Are there any wine fans in here?
David, probably.
David, îți place vinul?
Da, mi place vin.
So how shall we ask David how much wine he drinks? How do we ask him that?
Cât vin bei?
Cât vin bei, David?
Not very much. Nu prea mult.
Nu prea mult. You don't drink a lot, but you're picky, huh?
I'm picky.
Yes. Now, the next quantifier on the list is how to say all and both. Do you remember those words for all and both?
Tots amândoa.
Yep. How would you say all the ice cream?
Toate înghețată.
Toată înghețată. So notice what happened here. This has a definite article. And this, and oa, this suggests it's feminine. Toată înghețată. How about all the tea?
In China.
In China.
Tot ceaiul.
Tot ceaiul. How about all the what was that masculine noun again? All the potatoes.
The potato kind of day.
How would you say all the potatoes?
Tots kartoffel.
Tots kartoffel. And here again, we have a definite article at the end. And we need one more example. Do you know what that is?
Toate. Toate.
So I don't know, all the glasses.
Toate paharele.
Toate pahare. So yeah, basically what you can remember here is this tot toate, tots toate, and the fact that they all come after, and then they need definite articles. How about both?
Amândoi. Amândouă.
So how do you say both? How about both foods? How do you say that? So you have all mâncare, that's a food, două.
Mâncăruri.
Yes. So then both foods would be
Amândouă mâncaruri.
amândouă mâncărurile.
Mâncarurile.
Yes, mâncărurile. Amândouă mâncărurile. Both foods. It's a bit of a mouthful. Mâncărurile. Ironically. Okay.
That took a second.
Both foods are a mouthful. How about both pretzels?
Amândoi covrigile.
Well,
Covrigi.
yes, amândoi covrigi. Yeah. Okay, so this was a little insight on how to use definite articles, but these are not all the rules out there. So you know that you need definite articles when you say all, when you say both, yeah, and you know you cannot use definite articles when you say mult, multă, or puțin, puține, or when you say a number. So you'd say doi covrigi, not doi covrigi, yeah, which makes sense because you would never say to the something. So this is like in English, but there are many places where it's not like in English. So let's see. I will give you some situations and then you have to tell me whether I should use definite articles or not. So let's see. Here's the word in brackets. În care este este pe masă. So do I need a definite article here or not?
Indefinite.
So how should I say it? Like the whole sentence. What does it mean?
The food is on the
Is the
table.
food on the table, or the food is on the table?
Yeah, the food is on the table. So how do I say this in Romanian?
Mâncarea este pe masă.
Mâncarea
Mm.
este pe masă. Why? Because it's the
The food.
subject in the sentence. So the food is doing something. It is somewhere. So because this is the subject in the sentence, it needs the definite article. Okay.
But masa comes after pe, so it's indefinite.
Yeah, it comes after pe and you don't mention anything about it. You could say pe masa aceea on that table, and then if you mention something about it, it becomes defined. But now it's not defined, so it doesn't need a definite article.
On the round table, you'd have to make it.
Yeah, pe masa rotundă.
Mhm.
Now you know how to translate your name, Katie, into Romanian.
Yay! For another few months, then I change it.
How about amândoi, and the word is colegi, sunt în vacanță. What does this mean?
Both colleagues
Both
are on
colleagues are on
holiday.
holiday.
And how do you say it?
Amândoi colegii sunt în vacanță.
Okay, and why do we have colegi and not colegi?
Because we need the
Because we use
definite
amândoi.
Yes. So when you use amândoi, you need the definite article. What if I want to say, no, what is it like? Okay. Ei mănâncă tot, and the word is tort. What does this mean?
They eat all the cake.
They eat all the cake.
Then you need a definite article again, because it's after told.
Yep. So yay. How do you say it?
Ei mănâncă toată torta.
Why did you make it feminine?
Tortul.
Because I thought that yay is she's feminine. Okay.
But, yes, but
Torta.
dot describes the cake, not it doesn't describe them.
Yeah,
And
you're
yay
right.
is masculine, so yay means they masculine.
Maybe it was a pretty cake.
Well, male cakes can be cute too.
But they wouldn't be feminine then.
So what happens here, Michele? Because we have thought.
We have thought, you need
Then
definite
you need
article, and it's
definite article.
masculine.
Yes, and I mean, you don't need to change anything here. It's thought,
Yeah.
you know, it's all the cake, so then all describes the cake, so then it needs to be the same gender and number as the cake.
Yes.
Good. Let's see what other situations might we come across. How would you ask someone? Actually, let's put it like this. Îți place let's say corn. Remember what this means, corn.
Porumbul.
What?
Porumbul.
Well, no, corn is the Romanian word.
I don't know that.
So corn is a Romanian word. Yeah, we have one corn.
Ah.
Două cornuri. It means what? For example, corn cu ciocolată.
Croissant.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Some.
Like a
How do you say corn in?
How do you say corn in Romanian?
Porumb.
Porumbul.
Yes. Or I think in America they call it maize, yes?
Kush.
Yeah, we would. I mean, we call it sweet corn.
Okay, sweet corn. Sweet yellow corn. All right, so how would you say îți place?
Îți place cornul.
Yeah, do you like the croissant? And why do we have a definite article here?
Because of its place.
Yes. After place, we need definite article. And it makes sense. Why? Because this is always going to be the subject in the sentence.
That's true.
Good. So then it's basically just a variation of the first rule. There, nice epiphany.
I like that.
And finally, noi mergem la mare cu, we have tren. What does this mean?
We go to the sea with the train.
Yes. So how do you say that?
Noi mergem la mare cu trenul.
Why is it like that?
Because it's cool with a mode of transport.
Yes.
With the train.
It's because of what the word means. So yes, cool is a hint, but also because this is a means of transportation or an instrument. So, mijloc de transport sau instrument. So in either of these cases, you would need a definite article. How would you say?
So eu scriu cu pixul.
Yes, scrie cu pixul. Someone is writing with a ballpoint pen. I'm trying to stay on the topic of food. How about este multă, and we have prăjitură. Pe farfurie. What does this mean?
There's a
There's a
lot
lot
of
of
cake
food.
on the plate.
Yeah, and how do you say this in Romanian correctly?
Este multă prăjitură pe farfurie.
So I might as well just delete the brackets, because if it's multă, that's a quantifier and you don't need a definite article.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I see there's something in the chat. Okay, Katie, you were thanking, I don't remember for what.
Because I wrote that there were.
Thank you, David.
Because I wrote that the Kahoot guides were the Kahoots were in guides 2 and 4.
Okay,
Oh, thank you.
so no definite article. After mult, multă, puțin, puțină, mulți, multe, puțin, puține, 1, 2, 3, 1 milion, it doesn't matter how you quantify it, you don't need a definite article. How would you ask how much beer is somewhere? How much beer do you buy?
Câtă bere cumpăr?
Can you say the first word again?
Câtă?
Kita. That's not the word. I mean, kita is the way they some people call kita like for bread in the countryside, but no, it's not an official Romanian word. You're close. You're very close.
Câte.
Câte means how many.
Câtă?
Yes, câte. Go on.
Bere cumpăr?
Cumpăr. That's I buy.
Cumpăr?
Cumperi. Yes. So what happened here? Does it or doesn't it have a definite article?
It doesn't.
Obviously not.
Nope.
Because it's like how much, it doesn't say.
Yes. So it's the same story as above. Even if you don't know how much and you ask, you still don't need. I mean, of course not, because it's not defined. It's not a defined quantity. So you're not going to use a definite article.
How do you say like cumpăr 3 sticla? Or how do you say like?
And how do you say bottles?
Like
Sticle.
Sticle. Yeah. And that's actually the next rule. Because you have trei, that's a number. So there is no definite article here either. 3 bottles, not 3 the bottles. How do you say each?
fiecare?
So I gave food to the, no, it's too complicated. I give, what do I give?
Bunch of flowers.
Yeah, I give flowers. I'm not gonna say to whom because it's too much grammar every day. How would you say I give flowers every day?
În fiecare zi eu dau flori.
Eu dau flori în fiecare zi. Yeah, so it's
Like zilnik, dau flori.
yeah. You could also say zilnik, daily. So flori.
Can I start the
here-
sentence with is it possible to start the sentence the way I did with în
Yes,
fiecare
yes,
zi?
it is. It's perfectly fine. So în fiecare zi eu dau flori. It really depends what you want to emphasize. It's like in English, you could also say every day I give flowers. Yeah.
And where would come for whom? Eu dau flori mamei în fiecare zi or?
Yes.
Because then it becomes eu îi dau flori mama me.
Exactly. So you would need the dative there. Mamei mele. Mamei mele. Because mea is a possessive pronoun, and if you put it in dative, then it becomes mele. Okay. So here you don't need a definite article because it's just I give flowers. But what we are interested in is this fiecare zi. So after fiecare, you don't need a definite article. After fiecare. How about we are in the park?
Suntem în parc.
Suntem în parc. Why didn't I use a definite article here?
Because it's
It
after.
doesn't say which park.
Yes.
Mhm.
How about we are on the train?
Suntem în tren.
Suntem în tren. Or
It's not clear
many
which
people would
one.
just say pe tren. If the train is moving, then
Yeah.
you say pe
Yeah.
tren. Doesn't mean that you're actually on top of the train.
Yeah.
It's just an idiom. So
Sunt
it's
doar în autobuz. Autobuzul, you would
autobus
use
or pe
another-
autobus. I would probably say pe autobus if the bus is moving. So it's a prepositions, and the fact that you don't mention anything about it. So I could say, what if I'm in the Central Park?
Suntem în parcul central.
Parcul Central.
Central.
Yeah. Suntem în Parcul Central. Or we are on the train headed to Bucharest. Suntem pe trenul, and we would say de București. Yeah, trenul de București, the train headed towards Bucharest. And now, because I mentioned something about these, they are suddenly defined. Parcul Central, trenul de București. Yep. So these are really all the rules that you need to know for now regarding where you should and where you shouldn't use definite articles. Yeah, left side situations, you definitely need them, and the right side, you definitely don't need them. And you can find these at page 88 in the book, if you're still hesitating. All right, the next topic, some irregular verbs. And we already started talking about them. So what are the irregular verbs of this chapter? How do you say to eat?
A mânca.
A mânca. To drink?
A bea.
And then to take?
A da.
No, that's to give.
To give.
Alua.
A lua. That's to take. And to give?
A da.
Yeah. And ada can be used with a dative. So this is where the notion of dative comes from the notion of giving. So how do you say I give?
Eu dau.
dau.
Eu dau. And I give you.
Eu îți dau.
Eu îți dau. And if I want to really emphasize that it's to you, then it's
A tine. A tie. A tie.
tie.
No.
Yeah.
Without
Tie.
a.
Without a.
Yeah. It's not Italian, Michael.
Yeah, I know.
So eu îți dau ție. So what you can remember from this part is that îți is forma neaccentuată. Let's put it like this. So dativ neaccentuat. And this is mandatory. Obligatoriu. Obligatoriu. That means mandatory. And then we have ție, that is dativ accentuat. And that is opțional.
Nice explanation.
Ție.
Thank you.
Good. And let's see. So this is both îți and ție are the dative forms of what?
Are you familiar or you singular?
Of tu. Yeah. Yes. So you singular. All right. What if I want to do a bit of self-care and give to myself?
Eu îmi dau.
Eu dau.
Dau.
Eu îmi
Mie.
dau. Mie.
Mie.
Îmi dau mie. Let's say I give myself time. Eu îmi dau mie timp. In this case, people would probably not use the accentuated form, and that's why it's optional. Yeah, eu îmi dau timp. I give myself time.
And you wouldn't even use the yeah, would you, Claudia?
No, just say îmi dau timp. I give myself time. Yeah, îmi dau timp. But you see, this is ambiguous because dau is also the third person plural. So îmi dau timp can also mean they give me time. It also means I give myself time. You really have to deduce from the context. I give myself time. So the takeaway from here is which is neaccentuat, and then mie, which is accentuat. And they both come from, I don't know, dative form of yeah. Yep. I'm out of space. What to do?
Can you pull the corner?
I'm gonna make it smaller and then expand it. Haha. There. Now we can keep writing forever.
The joys of paint.
I love paint. People make fun of paint, but I think it's actually really good.
You can do a lot in paint.
Did it just destroy something? Did it just delete something? I think they just, yeah, okay. I take that back. Paint, you are disappointing me. What is going on? See, so when I expand it, it deletes something. I don't know why.
What about if you take it from the bottom right-hand corner?
Yes, let's try that. So strange. I'm not sure what's happening here. Look, it can go even further down. Wow. The endless scroll. All right, we're back. Wonderful. How about you give? How do you say you give?
To die.
To die. That's you give. And how about you give him?
Towards die.
That's you give yourself. You give him. What should you give him?
A drink.
Yeah, a drink.
Îi dai o băutură.
Yep, tu îi dai lui o băutură. So again, îi, and then lui, and they both come from yes, and it means to him. What if you want to give something to her? You give her a book. What's different in this case?
Tu îi dai le.
Îi dai. Not le.
Yay.
Yay. So this is another thing that you have to remember, all these forms. Îi, lui, îi, ei. These come from yeah, from she. How about she gives?
Ja, da.
Yeah, the. She gives. How about she gives us? What does she give us?
A book.
Anything else? A dessert. She gives us a dessert. How would you say that?
Ea ne da.
Yeah, ne dă.
Da, ne dă.
Yes, see, it's ea dă. Ea ne
Noua.
dă.
Noua.
Nouă.
Noua.
On dessert.
Un desert. By the way, if you write it like this, deșert, that's a desert. It's similar in Romanian too. So tell me, care e forma neaccentuată? What is the unaccentuated form?
Ne.
Ne. And the accentuated form is?
Noua. No. Noua.
And they both come from what?
Nu. Noi.
Noi.
Sorry, mixing my French.
Ah, yes, now it makes
So I've been speaking a lot of French. I was speaking a lot of French over the weekend, so it's kind of like a bit mixed in there today.
Cool. How about we give? We give?
Noi dam.
Noi them. We give. We give them a call. Literally, we give them a phone. It's the same way of saying it.
So noi le dam.
I say
Lor. I can't remember a call.
A phone.
Oh, un telephone.
Noi le dăm lor un telefon.
Could I also say noi le asunăm?
No, it's noi îi sunăm, and that's an accusative
Okay.
pronoun.
Okay.
That's why I don't use it, because we haven't been through it yet. We'll have a lot more freedom when we finish the A level. Then you will have been through all the essential topics.
Yep.
But for now, we have to get creative so we don't use things. Okay, so what is a dative here? And what is an unaccentuated form that's mandatory?
Le.
Le. Let's try not to obliterate the previous word. Okay, and the accentuated form?
Lor.
Lor. And they both come from?
Yay.
Yes. Yay or?
Yele.
Yes. Luckily, it's the same thing, so you don't have to learn one extra. Okay, moving on. How about you plural? Give.
Voi dați.
Voi dați. And how about? Now I'm stuck because it's like you give to yourself. Okay, fine. You give yourself, and now it has to be time because anything else sounds strange.
But this would be with voi.
Voi.
That would be more like yourselves, right?
Yes.
Oh,
yes, sorry.
Voi that's.
Voi dați.
Voi.
Voa.
Timp.
Yes.
Voi dați.
Yes. Voi vă dați vouă timp. So this is really nice because you can see all the versions in one sentence. You have the unaccentuated form of dative that's mandatory, that's vă, and then the accentuated form of dative, which is not mandatory, but it emphasizes, it's vouă, and they both come from, well, voi. Yeah. Okay, I hope this hasn't been too confusing. Now, if you were present at the lessons on these topics, then they make more sense.
We're still missing Lola, aren't we?
The last,
We're missing lesson 11. That's what you said, David.
No, are we still missing they?
Oh, is that what I was missing? No, it's here. Yes, here we are missing it.
Ah, yes, sorry.
Because I put it in like
Yep.
But now I see what you mean. Okay. So then how do you say they give?
Yay, down. Down.
Now.
Yes. Is there anything that we haven't covered here? So well, no, yeah. To you. So how about they give you singular? Yes, to you singular. What can they give to you?
Money.
Okay, honey. How do you say that?
Bunny.
Yay or yellow? And it's to you,
so-
one person, yeah?
It's
Mhm.
Down. Bunny.
And what
Yeah.
is the accentuated form? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bunny.
Yeah, let's do ție, Bunny. See, so if I say ție, it means that I emphasize it to you and not to somebody else. So
Very
once
generous.
you money.
good. And ție. And they both come from tu. Yeah. What if it's to you politely?
With again the you plural.
Let's
Ooh.
say
Va-vua.
Well,
So yay, va, thou, voa, bunny.
I give you, I don't know, wine, sir. I gave you wine, sir.
You vădau.
Thou. And what is
Voa.
the accentuated form? It's not voa,
dumneavoastră.
voastră.
Ah,
Vin. Eu vă
nice,
dau
Anna.
dumneavoastră vin. I give to you. I give you wine, sir, and not to somebody else. Yeah. This is just for fun because I don't think it's gonna be on the test, really. It's too much. Okay. And the verb to like, which you already know because you know the dative, and with all the negative forms. And then how to put names in dative, which we already rehearsed. And there is only one little thing that I think we didn't cover yet. How do you say, for example, both Katie and Joanna like something?
Lui. Both.
Amandua.
And Joanna, what do you think you have in common when it comes to taste? Do you both like chocolate?
Yes. Ice cream. I know Ioana likes ice cream.
Joanna, îți place înghețata?
For the lesson I do. No chocolate. No.
Languages.
I'm good with the ice cream. It's fine.
So how do you say both Katie and Joanna like ice cream?
Amandua.
No, because it's this both blah 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 and blah blah blah, which is translated as
Can we just say Louis, Katie,
She.
yes, that's it. So we did this, if you remember, I think in the first or the second unit. She, that's both ends.
Oh, yeah.
So she, help me.
Katie, she, Joanna.
She, Louis,
Katie.
Katie,
Louis, Katie.
she, Ioane. What now?
Îți place înghețată.
Two girls, and it's a third person.
Le.
Le.
Lace înghețată.
Yes. How about, I don't know, Eva and Michele, what is something that neither of you likes?
I like almost everything. So Eva, you can choose.
Homework.
Usturoi.
Oh, okay. I was still on the food side.
Usturoi.
Ah, yes, exactly. You don't like used to know.
Oh, Michele, you don't like garlic?
Yeah, I do for sure. Because it's anti-strigo, you know.
I'd be so disappointed if you didn't like garlic. So. I don't know. How about vodka? Do you
Vodka,
like
no.
vodka, Eva?
No, I don't.
How about you, Michele?
I didn't hear it. Say it again.
Vodka?
No, not really. So okay.
Okay, good.
Neither Eva nor Michele likes vodka.
You have no taste, guys. You have no taste.
They have too much taste.
Nu Eve, lui Michele.
So, how do you say neither nor?
Nici.
Yes. Niche. Why is it? Okay. So neither tanana nor tanana. Niche tanana, niche tanana. Okay, so how do we say this in Romanian then?
Nici Evei,
Mhm.
lui Michele,
Nici lui Michele.
plac,
Oh, double
Plac-
negative.
Nulle
Plac-
plac.
nu, yeah,
Help
le
me out.
place.
nu le place vodka.
Da. All right, you know, this is a Romanian place, so let's write Suica. Okay, that's all, really. We're done.
Oh, that's the first. I think this is this the first level where you finished the roundup?
Surprisingly so, but that's only because I didn't go through the verb to like again. Because
I
I
think we
think
did it like previously.
that we did go through it a little bit, yeah, here and there. Do you have any questions? Anything else that you're unclear about?
In which words do you, which verbs do we use dative with? For the moment, we know like the placere and
Yeah, so that's a very good question. It really depends on what you're trying to say. So, of course, with a plăcea, then you need a dative. So, mie îmi place, ție îți place, and so on. With a da, if you give something to someone else, then eu îți dau, îi dau, and so on. But also when you do something to somebody else, in the sense that I do something to you, and it's hard to explain in English because you don't have this distinction. So, for example, eu iau ceva, I take something, but if I buy you something, then it's going to be eu îți iau ceva, I take something to you, or I buy something to you, eu îți cumpăr ceva. But you don't need to worry about that too much because I won't expect you to have a full use of dative. I just expect you to use dative with a da and a plăcea. That's all. And that's enough. And the structure of the test will be the same as before. So you'll have the first part where you have these small words to fill in, and then you'll have grammar, and then you'll have vocabulary and sentences and so on. So yeah, good luck.
Yes, good luck, everybody.
Ne vedem miercuri. Miercuri la
Da, ne vedem miercuri.
6.
Ne vedem.
And thank you for the last 5 classes, Claudia.
Why only the last 5 classes, Michele?
You didn't like the first 5?
Is there anything special about the last 5 classes?
No, it's just,
The last 5 levels. The last 5 levels.
I mean, last 5 levels. Thank you,
Okay.
Katie. Thank you, Katie.
Now it makes sense.
Un piacere.
Thank you
Oh,
too.
mulțumesc.
Mulțumesc.
Bye bye.
Seara bună.
See you.
Pa.
La revedere.